Hey, welcome to Grow. I'm your host, Coach Anthony Thompson. Grow, if you didn't know, stands for one God, relationships, ownership, and wisdom. That's what this is about. These are the areas of growth for your life. Today, power of a day. I wrote a devotional recently on YouVersion. You can get it there. It's a story I wrote after I was destroyed in bed. You ever had that feeling where you feel like the world has caved in on you? You're sick, you're ill, you're unwell, your mind is bombarded, you're just absolutely feel crushed. That was me. That's how I felt. And it was about almost 48 hours of this feeling, and I wrote about it. And it's called The Power of a Day. And as I got through it, I want to remind you that in Galatians it says that don't get tired of doing good, for you'll reap at the proper time if you don't give up. I want to put courage in today. Business owners, founders, entrepreneurs, professionals, listen closely, because these days happen to everybody. You will have these moments where you just feel absolutely crushed. But I also want you to remind yourself of what 24 hours can do. That's what this devotional I wrote is all about. Let me just give you a quick story about David, right? We know the story of David and Goliath. David gets sent up there by his dad. He sees Goliath. Goliath is throwing slurs and insulting God. David gets angry, decides to do something about it, and he does. Slingshot, stone, Goliath goes down, chops his head off, game over. What's interesting and what's fascinating is the day before, David was just a shepherd with sheep. An unimportant task, unimportant job. Nobody knew his name. Nothing. He was of very little importance. One day later, kills Goliath. People are shouting his name in the streets. 24 hours later. I want you to think of that. And I'll give you 3 things to do quickly today to add faith into your life. First thing is read, listen, and speak faith daily. Hebrews 11:1, faith comes by hearing. You got to have faith. You got to put the gas in there for the car of faith to run. The second thing you got to do is to speak God's word and create your future. So first, bring faith in through your inputs. Use your mouth. Number 2, use your mouth and create that faith. Create that world. I call it the architect of your future is your mouth. And the third thing you must do is find 3 things that you can be grateful for today. What are those 3 things? What is great? What can the power of gratefulness in your life? You might have had a tough one. You might have had to lay people off, firings, tough negotiations, litigation, whatever it may be. 24 hours. Start thinking higher. Start thinking about what faith looks like in your life. That's the spiritual level. Don't play in the subways. Play in the freeways, in the Gulf Streams of life. I'm rooting for you. I'm praying with you. God bless. I'll see you on the next one.